Hey, this is John Reynolds, 52, Snooki, and I am rucking here on the west side of Wilmington as part of F3 Cape Fear. Welcome to Ruck-n-Yuck. Rucking gives you the opportunity to have one-on-one or small group conversations, and the mission of Ruck-n-Yuck is to capture some of those conversations, talk about rucking, talk about life, talk about the unexpected. All right, episode 2 of Ruck-n-Yuck. The other morning, I had the chance to ruck in Wrightsville Beach with Tyler Grimes, also known as Buddy the Elf. We talked about what it's like to go from 0 to 60 rucking, leading a Monday ruck workout here in Wrightsville Beach. And then we'll also talk about what his most frequently asked question is as a big man. Enjoy. You're a challenge here because you're taller. That kind of works, right?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself?
Yeah. I can also like hang back too.
No, it's weird because then I'm like massive head in the thing. All right, let's
Good.
yeah, get some cars. We don't want to get killed doing this thing, you know.
There won't be a lot of traffic,
Yeah,
and you can usually see it coming.
yeah,
This is pretty well lit.
yes,
We'll just keep doing this back and forth.
yes. Anybody who comes from a high traffic area knows that at 4:30 in the morning, some streets can be a raging traffic nightmare already, but definitely not Wrightsville Beach. Why don't you give me a name-orama, buddy?
Yeah. So Tyler Grimes 40, which happened this year. Buddy the Elf.
Buddy the Elf.
I started in F3 Raleigh. We just had our first kid in November. I was kind of in between jobs. I just got displaced at Wells Fargo. And actually joined on the banking side, so a lot of transition in life there.
Yeah.
I was on the development committee at Marble's Kids Museum.
Ooh.
And there's a pack there named F3 Bubbles that was on the committee. And he convinced me to come. When I got out there, I was in horrible shape. I basically went from the couch to F3.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
like most packs probably. And he told a story of how I used to dress up as an elf at certain events that Marble's had.
Oh my God! Santa here? I know him. I know him.
And so it was either Buddy or Buddy the Elf.
Yeah.
I think they landed on Buddy the Elf, so that's how it became.
I always say there is the opportunity for some good long form nicknames in F3, right? Like Quinn was named Quinn the Medicine Woman.
Yeah.
Right? So in formal situations, he can break out Quinn the Medicine Woman if he really likes.
It's been Buddy, BTE.
BTE.
Kind of like our former Nantan here in Cape Fear.
Yeah.
It's a pretty long one.
Yeah.
So I think he probably abbreviated it himself.
Exactly. Little engine that could. We just had hip to be square.
Yeah.
He wanted to abbreviate that guy, but so that's good. So tell me again, you were the museum was a replacement of Wells Fargo, or were you doing both at the same time?
Yeah, good question. So I was already involved with the museum at Wells Fargo, and it was just a volunteer position.
Okay.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
Giving back to the community kind of thing.
Yes, because I was saying Wells Fargo banking to museum founding is a I would say a unique career path. Did anybody try to talk you out of going to F3 since you said couch to F3? Did
Not at all.
No.
No, I would tell you, I'm reflecting on this. We were sitting at one of our little favorite breakfast spots in the morning.
Yeah.
And there goes running by about 80 F3 Raleigh guys.
Yeah.
And it was their C-stop that weekend. And then that Monday, I went to F3 Sasquatch shout out.
There you go.
Which was started by some healing transition guys. So similar to Healing Place here in Wilmington.
Okay.
There's a nonprofit in town called Healing Transitions. It's both a men's and women's facility.
Right.
And so the guy who started would either run or ride his bike to the AO every day, which was probably a good 2 miles. You know, didn't have a car. Went there first, and it was, I would say it's, you know, in the spectrum of F3 workouts, it was known to be a pretty tough workout.
Right.
So, and I lived 500 yards away from it. So
always convenient, always motivating, being that close to an AO.
That's right.
And I've heard from you, and I've heard from other packs that Raleigh likes running.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm a big fella.
Yeah.
Similar to Buddy Elf in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 6'6", 250. So, you know, I don't mind running, but when you run every day and then you sit at a desk,
right,
there's chances of getting hurt. Or, you know, you can only stretch so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just found myself in kind of that situation.
Yeah.
Where I had to take a break a lot.
Yeah.
From F3 just because.
Right.
I was always just kind of banged up.
Yep.
My job, it keeps me at either a desk or in my car. So I would just get super tight.
Right.
So I moved down here, and to kind of, you know, get back involved, I went to Fuel Depot on a Friday with a North Face rucksack. I don't even know if you call it a rucksack. It was like kind of like an everyday carrier. And then I put 2 dumbbells in the bag and a towel.
There you go.
I'm trying to remember who cued that day, but regardless of who cued, I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like functional fitness.
Mm-hmm. Now, was that your first post here, or was that your first ruck here?
That was my first ruck.
Okay.
I think my first post here was with Chinese downhill at Heavy Metal Monday.
Okay.
And here we are on a Monday.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was the same, basically the same guys at Heavy Metal Monday, and so they kind of drew me in. Chinese was smart and getting me connected with the guys who like to lift weights, so to speak.
Right.
Because Chinese knows that I was kind of tapped out on running. And we were friends in Raleigh, so.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's not like it's impossible, but you don't hear a lot about, you know, 6'6", 6'8", 6'10" guys running consistently, right?
That's right.
Maybe just not in the mechanics.
That and then, or you know, I'm not opposed to running, but I'm always in the back of the run, you know, when I run.
Yeah.
Regardless if it was in Raleigh or here. And, you know, and there's something cool to me about rucking, and you know, here we are right together.
Yep.
Talking.
Yep.
And it's hard to do that for me. I mean, you know, I don't know how those people run and have a conversation. I'm not that dude for sure.
It takes a while, and there's mumble chatter pace for a reason.
That's right.
Right, there seems to be a sweet spot right around maybe 10:30 a minute.
Yeah.
10:30 a mile.
Yep.
Pace, which allows for mumble chatter. This is probably the most intense question I will ask you this whole time.
Oh boy.
Right, but which is the more annoying question as a 6'6" individual? how's the air up there? Or did you ever play basketball?
I get the basketball question a lot from just random people. Did you play basketball?
Did you play basketball?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
What, did you play basketball?
I mean, I played basketball in high school. I probably could have gone like junior college and played. I was kind of a knucklehead, so pretty blonde, blue-eyed girls I found more intriguing than
Exactly. Yeah, chasing rebounds.
Yeah. But I knew that the NBA wasn't in the deck of the cards.
Yeah, no, it's not in the deck for a lot of people. Why don't you tell me about your gear?
So it's funny. I've definitely checked the gear box. So currently on my back, I carry the long range Rucker. It's a 33 liter Rucker. Mostly because I started with a 20 liter Rucker, and it just didn't really fit me very well.
Right.
So my wife has that now, who's into Rucking now.
That's a good hand-me-down.
Yeah. So the 33 Rucker, after trying out the 20,
Right.
I've landed on it, and it fits me, much better.
Right. Because once again, you simply have more real estate to cover back there.
That's
so
right.
You've got a pack that fits your back and gives you balance shoulder to waist.
That's right.
Just like it does on my 510 frame.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and so and you can, with this pack, you can put as much weight as you want in it. And there's two slots in it for the ruck plate. So I can put a 45 and then change it out. So
Right.
trying to get ready for the big event we have coming up. So I thought.
What event is that again?
Yeah, it is.
It's our Grow Ruck GT 44, November 10th through 12th,
11th hour.
the 11th hour. We are psyched for it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I signed up immediately when it came out.
you may have been first or second. I got to give you that one.
Yeah.
I'll look up who was first, but yeah, you were right in there
My
at
bad
the gate.
steak knife.
Yeah, you're good at yeah. What weight do you have in there right now?
I just have 30 pounds in there right now.
Okay.
And 45 is heavy,
How
even for a big fella like me.
Yeah. How often do you do the 45?
Definitely 2-3 times a week.
Okay.
I mean, again, just really trying to get used to that kind of weight, extra weight.
Just in distance rucks or beatdowns?
It just depends. Like today, I mean, we got some guys coming down range
Yeah.
that may not have gear. So one of the things that our new AO at Sandman is we try to like extend gear and let new packs try out rucking. That's kind of one of the, I guess, our missions in starting this AO is, I started in January, so why not, let's find more people like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'll likely give up my wife's rucksack and then trade out this 30 and put my 45 in and get after it.
Yeah.
So,
Honey, I'm gonna lend your rucksack to another sweaty beast in
Yeah.
July. Do you mind?
yeah. Yeah, I give it a good wipe down.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have packs coming up from Georgia, from Coastal Empire today.
That's right.
It's very exciting. Yeah, so we've got Sandman on Mondays. So strong work, stepping up for that this year.
Yeah.
Initiating it, being Site Q. We had some work to do at the beach this summer, and Sandman has been a great addition, not just to the GTE training, but really to our workout list here in the Cape Fear.
So when I started doing and kind of getting involved with rucking, I started thinking to myself, like, why in the world is there not a rucking AO? No offense, F3 Cape Fear. So I was, toying around the idea, throwing it out there to random folks. And then our site cue for the beach of the NBA just hit me up on Slack one morning and said, "Hey, would you want to start a Rucking AO on Monday?" I mean, without hesitation, I said yes.
Yeah. And I've got a name, and I've got a logo, and I've got a t-shirt already planned, so let's go.
Yeah, t-shirt's coming soon.
T-shirt's coming soon.
Yeah.
I've seen the logo. Is that a Snickers logo?
That's a Snickers logo.
That's a Snickers logo.
Shout out Snickers.
Keith Cadell, 40 something. Bruco, F3 Bruco.
Yeah. It does most of the logos for F3 Nation.
Yeah.
Does a heck of a job.
He does a heck of a job.
I mean, I gave him a maybe 2 sentence.
Yep.
What I was thinking, and he totally ran with it.
Gave you back a few options within hours, I'm sure.
Yeah, just a simple direction is all he needs.
Yeah. You had the. You have any like accessories on that guy, like hand straps, or you got your hip belt on that?
I got the hip belt, which I think is a pretty big accessory.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend it to folks.
Yep.
Just because of the amount of up and down, changing levels that we do, it just kind of really stays on you.
Yes.
I just got it about 2 weeks ago, and I got pretty tired of getting hit in the back of my head with my rucksack. So it certainly helps in that sense.
I've also heard, and this is part of, what you and I mean, you and I both bought our rucksacks this year, right? Is that in real life, you got to get this pack on and off really quickly.
That's right.
Right? It's not like you have the luxury of, sitting, taking your gloves off, undoing the clips, checking your texts, doing all this. You got to unstrap one thing, drop that thing to the ground, and get to work.
That's right.
Right?
So, and then even that, you gotta dress up your bag too, so you can't just throw it on the ground.
Right.
So when you're being cadreed, if you will.
Yes. It's a verb.
If your bag looks sloppy and your straps are all over the place, it needs to be in front of you nice and pretty.
Right.
I've learned that recently from one of our ruck crushing events. Cadre flight nurse. Which if you haven't done that, it's probably a great test to the upcoming GTE.
Yep.
Probably more so than just a normal AO workout.
Yep.
Because he does go cadre on you, if you will.
It is a great. We're very fortunate to have him here, for sure.
Absolutely.
Can you also tell me about? I remember you told me you got a great deal on some Rucking shoes.
Yeah.
So wasn't it eBay or?
Yeah.
Let Go or something?
Yeah. So in the preparation, steak knives. Started thinking about your shoes, and tennis shoes to me are fine, but I need something we're going to push 20 plus miles,
right?
Something that I can carry and have for a long time. So, and nerding out on YouTube, and I learned that Ruck makes boots. And so, I still use eBay. I don't know if everybody still uses eBay, but
it's still there.
I get up there and type in Jetterberg, Ruck boots, and there they go. I got some for about $100. And
nice.
I'm wearing them right now.
In a probably good, size 12?
12 and a half.
There you go.
Yeah, and they're super comfortable and really, especially working out on the beach every day.
Right.
Knocking out sand in tennis shoes can get pretty old pretty quick.
Right.
So I have no hesitation in getting these wet. Beating these up as hard as I can.
Now else there, do you have special rucking socks?
I do have the Go Ruck merino wool socks.
Okay. Yes, I have learned the value of wool socks.
Yeah, well, especially
they are great.
merino wool. I would highly encourage the merino wool. So,
Wait,
just
what was that again?
Merino wool.
Merino wool? Is that
Yeah.
after Dan Marino, the famous
It's just a,
quarterback?
I think it's a New Zealand lamb. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Check me on that.
I have not been up to speed on my New Zealand lamb.
Yeah, but it just
Lately.
they just dry really quick. That's the point.
Okay.
Um,
And what about underwear? Do you have special rucking underwear?
No, I'm just wearing compression shorts right now.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure you weren't going commando
Yeah.
on me today. Okay.
Yeah.
And then rucking shirts. Do you have rucking shirts?
I mean, I have Go Rucking t-shirts, but this is my F3 Sasquatch Raleigh. You know, as a former site Q of it, and I'm still representing it.
There you go.
But then no special shirts.
Okay. All right.
At least not yet. Maybe closer to GTE might.
I was just
I
going
might
to
start
say
to gear up some more.
Right now it's mid-July here. Is at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're probably half through a sweaty shirt right now.
That's right.
So we will start talking some warmer weather gear. We will start talking some cold weather gear if we get a cold patch in November.
Yeah.
And to all the regions, we say this with a grain of salt. Yes, we realize a cold patch means a lot of things, different things to different regions, but a cold patch down here would maybe near the freezing mark, but probably somewhere in between like 30 and 45. It could happen.
Yeah.
It could happen around Veterans Day weekend. So tell me, you were couch to F3,
Yep.
and then Steak Knives, who is the Q organizing the event in November. He put together a program which is couch to GTE.
That's right.
Which is a, could be maybe stretching it for multi-week, but definitely an opportunity for you to get from the couch to a GTE and participate in this event. So, what would you say to PAX who are on the fence about attending the GTE from a physical standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, it starts about I think just coming to either, to post. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if you're consistent at that, you're probably ready, and then you just need to probably get used to, having load on your shoulders.
Right.
So coming to either Fuel Depot or Sandman. I think even in some of these running AOs that we have, you can find someone likely to ruck with you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Reach out to me. If you're on the fence. So I think that's the start of it. Because I too, started with F3 out of the couch, but I'm fairly new to rucking myself.
Right.
So I would start there, and then I think I mentioned it before. Attending one of the ruck crushers will really get you a good sense of whether you want to do this or not. But I think, no different than the GTE is no different than doing an Ironman to me, or going to do BRR up in the mountains of North Carolina.
Yep.
And I think it's crazy important for people to challenge themselves, because it just opens their mind to all kinds of things.
Yep. And those that know.
That's right.
And those that don't know should want to know.
That's
and
right.
maybe the most another important thing too is, talk to PAX that have been there.
That's right.
Right. They're not going to tell you much, but they're going to tell you that it's awesome.
Yeah.
Flight nurse always says that it's something that when you're in it, it just sucks so bad. And what the hell am I doing?
That's right.
And then when it's done, you're like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So what's the best thing about living at the beach?
Oh, man, I love the energy, of Wrightsville Beach and seeing people come and enjoying their vacation, meeting new people, and then come October, we moved here in December. I think it's going to be neat just to kind of decompress from all that. But in my opinion, Wrightsville Beach. I'll just say for North Carolina, because I'm not going to start that battle.
Nope, don't start that battle.
I think it is the prettiest beach in North Carolina.
There you go.
Hands down.
Set it right here.
Yeah, and so, driving over the bridge every day to and from work is pretty special. And if you had a rough day, it kind of just gets washed away, along with a little F3 in the morning. So.
That's right. What's the most unexpected thing about living at the beach?
I would say there's definitely no hills like there were in Raleigh. There's plenty of hills in Raleigh. And when you were running,
Yes.
you felt those.
It's when you look at your Strava elevation and it's like, you did 3 miles at like 2.5 foot varying elevation.
Man, the F3 Cape Fear has been the most surprising thing for me. The forefathers of this organization they're incredible. The packs here are incredible, and really have encouraged me to keep at it and doing stuff like this, and so they're very engaging for sure. So that's for me been a blessing, and I moved. I was in Raleigh, and during the pandemic, it was really a tough place.
Yeah.
It's a breath of fresh air for sure.
All right.
Come here and have just a strong group of men. So,
We're excited to have you.
Yeah, man.
All right. Be sure to like this video, and more importantly, subscribe to F3 Cape Fear. We will have more Ruck-n-Yuck episodes up shortly.